Okay, we're back. Right now we're playing a little bit of Grand Bazaar right now, and another thing to take into account is we've got a fairly close quarters map for the most part. You can see we have 3 points here, but there's a lot of big stretches right here, 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 and here, and a lot of choke points can pretty much happen around the whole grid here, especially, you guys know, right in the center. So take that into account when you make weapon selection. Like, for example, I'm going to use the G3A3, which is actually not bad for all this particular section around here, but when you start cutting across into the center, it's really not the gun to use because you usually come across several people at a time. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see, like beforehand, like I was still stating, make sure that you stick to one side or the other because that's where the cover's at. If you run out in the middle of the open, like over in here, you're probably going to get shot. This guy here. There's not really a whole lot out here, but in the event that you run across somebody, you'll probably die. Like that guy, for example. This guy has no clue what he's doing. Okay, we do a check over here before going to landing this other spot down here. Stick either to the left or the right, because we don't want to be in the center, because it's wide open, and there's a tank over there, so. As you can see, I kind of like to fluctuate between, where I'm running. I change angles frequently when I'm hugging walls. Make sure that you try to do that when you can, because it provides the best amount of cover that you can get. And every now and then, check behind you to make sure nobody's going to come up behind you and shoot you in the back of the head.
We've lost the objective.
Okay, another thing that you should take into consideration, this guy, I'm not really following him, but I am at the same time. Make sure that whenever you're coming across narrow corridors like this, don't stand right behind him when you're doing it, because if somebody jumps out in front of us both, we'll both die. So I try to stay out of his way, so if he gets shot, like he just did, I don't get shot too. Especially when there's more than one guy. Check right. Couldn't get him. Always focus on taking out the opposition before you do any kind of rezzing. Especially in a hot spot like this one. Because you don't want to get caught with your pants down, because that really sucks. Just died. If you notice, I'm taking the far left again, because you don't ever want to have more than one front exposed at the same time. Especially when we have this kind of resistance over here, and right, wow, that was ridiculous. We got something going over here. Wait for it to clear. I have no business sitting on the point. Not with this many people there. We've got different roles for different players. I generally speaking don't touch the flags unless I have to, because I'm a better shot than most of the people that are on the points. Not to sound bad, but a lot of people just aren't very reflexive when it comes to that kind of thing. So take that into account as well. If you're a good shot, don't sit on the point because it's a death magnet. Don't do it unless you absolutely have to. We're going to go over here and cut this guy off right here.
Hey, here's your med kit.
See it? I responded to him. this guy over here, he needed some too, so. Watch friendlies doing that, sometimes they have no clue what the fuck they're doing.
Hey, get down! Grenade out! Pick up the first aid!
Just taking another trip around. Shit. You don't want to get hit by that. Something a little bit more familiar to me. I've just been kind of ranking stuff up, but now I use the AK because I'm much more adequate with that. Take a look again. I'm still hugging left to right, not staying in the middle of the road, especially with what's going on over there. Okay, we've got a map floating.
Pick up the first aid.
There's usually more than one down this hallway.
There's your ammo right there. Grab it. The objective has been neutralized.
Snipers.
Here's the med kit, all right, dude?
Now we might pop out again, but with two people being there plus one around the corner, it's a nasty situation. I could get shot really easily. Just like that. Not quite ready to jump on the point just yet. Especially with him running around. Couple of guys running around back here. I'm gonna watch my back. spam. Got one more. There's one more. And of course, the one random guy in the middle of everybody else, which you do usually run into. Spent too much time camping the center. And now we want to move because I've attracted too much attention. Whenever you do that, you don't want to stay in the same spot for long periods, especially with that many people watching.
Pick up the first aid.
I want to move to a different spot. Same guy, you can just see that right there. He took a different angle because he was trying to hit me. And we had a sneak surprise on that one.